Hey there, coming at you again with part of our series on using Google Drive for handout and hand-in folders. I'm going to show you today a live view of what creating the handout folder would look like. So let's get started. I'm going to go to Google Drive, so drive.google.com. I've already come here, and then I'm going to come and find my working pane. On the working pane, I've got this create button, and you usually use that to create new docs. I'm going to use it today to create a folder, and I'm going to call this something like homeroom handouts, and you can give it whatever name you want it to have. Let's fix that. Okay. So now it shows up on my side with all my other folders. I'm going to go inside of it. As you can see, there's nothing in here now. I have the option of putting documents directly in that using the upload button. I can upload, since I'm using Chrome, files or folders, which is pretty nice. But before I do that, I'm going to separate this homeroom handouts folder into a couple other folders so I can keep my things organized. Maybe I'll organize them as subjects like we looked at in a different presentation, CA, math, content, or maybe you might want to put those into levels, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe you want to do a high school folder, a middle school folder, and an elementary folder. That's up to you. But I'm going to show you how to create those different folders within this folder. It's as simple as following the steps we just followed. Create and folder. Give it a name, a high school folder, we'll call this one. And I can have multiple folders. Let's make a middle school, intermediate school actually, and let's make an elementary folder. Okay. Now what I can do is share those folders that I just created with a set of people so that I never have to share an individual document ever again. What I would do is simply click this checkbox beside the folder, find my share button, and I've created a group called homeroom, so I'm going to share this with my homeroom group simply by clicking that, and it auto-populates all my students' names in there. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to click cancel. I could do the same with the high school folder. Again, clicking the share button, putting the name of a person, maybe myself, in there, and share it with myself, or a group. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to get out of there. Or I could share this entire homeroom folder with all the same people, and I could put that group in there. Let's do me again. And everything that's put in all three folders within that folder would automatically be shared with yours truly. That way I never have to share an individual file again. The other option besides sharing the top level folder or sharing this folder is to, let's say, open the elementary folder, create another folder within that, let's call it math, and if you only have certain students for math, I could share this math folder with those students. And I do this exact thing. When you type math correct, and there are all my math students. So that's how, in a live version, you create folders in Google Drive with that tiered system that we talked about in a previous video. So I have my top level handouts folder, then I have some folders within that for my different levels or my different groups, and then within those different groups I'll put either subject folders or maybe topic folders so that everything's really organized for the students, and you can also find it for later. I hope you found this live version of how to create handout folders helpful, and thank you for watching.